Welcome in, quick hitters. Well, Houston, we got our man, huh? Did we get our man? Oh, man, I tell you, what a free agency to start on day one. Did we get our man? But it came at a steep price, didn't it? 130 million for 3 years. Fred Van Vleet. I'll tell you one thing, he better make sure he's eating his greens and his potatoes and eating all his oranges and fruits and nuts and all that kind of stuff because we can't afford him to twist no ankle for this 3 year span. I'll tell you that right now. We don't need this money washing off the books. Man, can you believe this? Well, we got our man, but the job is not done. We still got some free agents out there. We need to still make some moves. I mean, Brook Lopez is still out there. I'm hoping we can get him. I don't know. Coming to the Rockets for him as a veteran, it don't sound too appealing. But if we can pay him more than bucks, he might want to come over and try to come over here and teach some young guys, and hopefully we can get him. Dylan Brooks is still out there. Yeah, we didn't want Dylan Brooks, but it started getting a little tight at the end, didn't it? We let all these little guys come out when this free agency opened. Just no big names, just little guys getting traded, getting signed. And I'm like, man, when the Rockets going to make a move? They just had us on the clock just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm thinking, are we going to end up with anybody? So everybody in Houston was real nervous because he was like, okay, they got to be behind the scenes making some big deals. So we already knew kind of we was going to get Fred VanVleet. We already know there was too many talks going around about that, but we just didn't know it was going to be at this big price. We was tripping a little bit off the 2 for 80, but Houston in a position where they have to overpay just to get some good quality guys over here. So it's not really a shock, but we didn't think 130. Oh my goodness. I just hope this guy can come in and make a difference. He had a down year last year. Houston just washing that all to the side and hoping he can come in and, rejuvenate his career for these 3 years and make something happen and teach these young guys. If he can do that and be a general, which it says on paper, we needed a general, a point guard, and we got one. So we can't cry and be upset about the price. We had to get somebody. Now, Dylan Brooks is a possibility still. I know a lot of people didn't want to get him, but hey, man, there's not that much out there left. We're just going to have to bring him in and hope Emi Udoka and bring him up to speed, cut out all that antic and crazy stuff, and come in about business, which I think he already know. A lot of players around the league already know Emi Udoka. They know he ain't with the business. You know what I'm saying? So don't even try him. Come in, work. If you're a starter, you come off the bench, just fill into your role, and everything will be fine and great. But Fred VanVleet finally hitting Houston. So we can applaud that. We had to get somebody. He's going to be a big addition. So we're looking for big things, but I say the job is not done. We still need to pick up another guy. Dylan Brooks, Brook Lopez. I'd rather go and get that Brook Lopez. We're going to see. I mean, it's just day one. You're still going to be hearing about moves and things like that until what, July 6th, did they say? July 6th, 7th? So it's going to be some moves being made. Now, I know y'all want to talk to me about my Miami Heat. I know about the people we got rid of. I was a little shocked, but I can understand it at the same time. Gabe Vincent is no longer a Miami Heat. The guy who pushed us through in the playoffs. Without him, we wouldn't have been that deep. We wouldn't have been in no finals without Gabe Vincent. It's going to be tough watching him leave. Oh, man. But I tell you what, for the Lakers, he's going to be a big addition for them. They need shooting. And not only that, he's not just a three-point shooter. He can take it off the dribble as well. And he was finding people. So, true professional. They getting a great guy over there for the Lakers. Tough to see him go. So, Gabe Vincent, man, good luck to you over there. But you know what? We had to do something. We're high-priced. You got to pay Jimmy Butler. You got Bam over there. You got Kyle Lowry. You got, Tyler Hero. You got all these guys over there that's demanding all this money, and somebody's going to have to take the fall for it. So we can't keep these little guys. Max Strus Juice. That hurt a little bit seeing him go. But, Miami and Pat Riley, they've been in the fixing for this for a while, man. They know what they're doing. They willing and dealing. They trying to hope to free up the guards for that Dame Dollar. That's what they really try to do. They try to clear up some stuff a little bit just in case he drops in our lap. It ain't guaranteed, but just in case, we just gonna move these little guys off the roster a little bit. But Matthew Strus, he a hell of a player. He's gonna help that team out over there. We're gonna get into the more of these free agents and signings and trades. But man, I tell you, what an evening. It's still gonna continue. But yeah, let's check out. Do y'all want a commercial break before we get into these free agents and these trades, these big deals that's being made? Because a lot of money's been going out there. No commercial break? Okay, we won't take no commercial break. All right. Let's go and put up the spotlight. All right, man. Well, as y'all know, Chris Middleton, he decided to stay in Milwaukee. That's no surprise, a veteran. They still trying to make their run. And he took a pay cut, basically. You know, and that's why I think Brook Lopez is going to end up staying in Milwaukee. Just by him taking that pay cut. And he knows he's been injured. He's not available all the times, and he's been having some down years. So he wasn't going to be greedy and go after that money. He'd rather win championships. So a good veteran like that, he say, look, y'all take care of me maybe on the back end, but yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of that money back. It's not going to be $40 million a year. We'll drop it in the 30s, 34, 33. I'll roll with that. So Chris Middleton, he's staying a buck. Because he was in talks for the Rockets as well, but he's in the right place. What about Joe Ingles? Orlando Magic, huh? They'll agree to deal. He's an old vet. He can hit the three. But Joe Ingles, I think he would have been nice for the Rockets too. He was never talked about. He's a veteran, older player, but he can set up the offense too. But I'm thinking, man, when I start seeing these forwards and guards, I was like, we already stacked with forwards and guards. It's gonna just be hard to get him on the floor, but he can come off the bench for sure. He won't be starting with a good veteran to come off the bench. It was just a lot of movement today. It was just Jacob Poeltl. He was a guy we was looking to possibly get. But man, 4 years for $80 million, that's pretty steep. When they throwing money around in this league, man, like it's Jolly Ranchers. And the big deal ain't even came in yet, but my goodness. $80 million for Jakob Poeltl. If they can give him that money, time for me to start greasing these elbows and putting a little oil in these kneecaps. Because this is ridiculous. And another guy, Cam Johnson. That one hurt a little bit because we really thought we possibly could get Cam Johnson. But Brooklyn Nets wasn't finna let him go. They in rebuilding. He's the last good piece they got. And if you can't hold on to him, then you going all the way down in the slums for your season. They say they didn't want to hit the bottom of the floor yet. They say we want to hang on to the knob of that cabinet. we don't want to go all the way to the floor. We're going to hold on just a little more tight. Just a little longer. We're going to hold on. Let's see down here. I'm going to do a few of these. I mean, it's a hefty list. I ain't going to cover all of them. But I'm just going to dance around and see a little bit. Because like I said, it's been a lot of deals being made. But Houston Rockets, we got Fred VanVleet. We're just waiting on another addition and hope it's a good one. So all we can do, we hope it's a good one. Let's see. Shake Milton. He's going to Minnesota. He'll agree to a 2-year, $10 million deal. I like Shake Milton. He's a nice guard. I like a little Shake Milton. Herb Jones. The Pelicans agreed to a 4-year, $54 million deal. And when I was seeing him out there, I was like, man, he could have been a nice little piece too. I mean, he's not a deep veteran, but man, I like Herb Jones. Herb Jones got some game. Not only that, he plays to the max. This guy hustles, man. He works. He's a nice piece. New Orleans wasn't gonna let him go either. But that's good. That's a good contract for him. George Richardson, though, we picked him up. Yeah, we picked up Josh Richardson, huh? 2-year deal, though, for the Miami Heat. That guy's been off the map. He has been off the map. We had him before, but he's been off the map. He won't have a big role anyway. Just come in and just be a role player. Just do the minimum. Not trying to have you go out there and be a star or no crazy stuff like that. Just go out there and take care of what you can take care of off that 2 years. And I'm pretty sure when that contract's up, we're going to send you on your way. Cam Reddish, this is another guy I liked. Man, what about the Lakers? Matter of fact, they are dealing. Oh, man, they're dealing. They trying to get LeBron back to the finals. They trying to win a championship with some of these pieces they picking up, but they have to do it. He's older in age. You know, they can't expect him to carry them throughout a regular season. LeBron James going to be resting and taking a lot of games off next season. And this is why they putting these pieces in place. They just want him down the stretch. Guy's older. I mean, he's on the way out. But you put shooting around him with his facilitating, finding guys. That's why I say Gabe Vincent going over there, man. Whoa, man. It's going to be something special. Because that guy can shoot. But yeah, man, they just filling it up. They are filling it up. But I like that Cam Reddish over there for the Lakers. He's going to help them out a great deal. And, of course, they had to re-sign Rui Hachimura. $51 million on a 3-year deal. My. Yeah, man. Next, we got Fred VanVleet. We already covered that. Look at Dennis Schroeder. 2-year deal, $26 million for Toronto. They had to do something themselves. I mean, we just got Fred VanVleet. They needed a point guard over there, and they got a good veteran, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder gonna be able to do what he want to do now. You know, he might can start putting up 20 to 25 shots a game. Good veteran. They're gonna need some more pieces over there. They're gonna really try to contend. But I like that pickup by them. They moved fairly quickly on that one. Seth Curry agrees for a 2-year deal going to the Dallas Mavericks. That's a good one. But Dallas, man, they're gonna be hurting a little bit this year. That's not a championship team they put together. I mean, I know they're still gonna be making moves, but they'll make the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. But they want to win a championship though, especially Luka. They're gonna lose Luka here within 1 to 2 years if they don't get nothing going. He's gonna be wanting out of there, and he needs to get out of there because a guy like that needs to be competing for a championship. He's that good. But yeah, I don't see Dallas really making no serious noise. I mean, they got the best backcourt in the league. It's just going to be them going one-on-one, you know, making shots, heroic shots. But the defense is not in Dallas. That's for sure. They're going to try to outscore people, and I just don't think they can do it. I don't. But Kyrie Irving getting that big contract, that was a shot. That's a gamble as well. Trusting this guy to show up every night. Dallas might not have a choice. They had to sign him to that. Where else they were going to go? Derrick Rose, Memphis Grizzlies, agreed to a multi-year deal. Derrick Rose. Maybe he can go over there and talk some sense and tell a superstar over there. You think? You know, get him to put the water pistol down. I don't know. But he's a good veteran. He'll help that team out. But Derrick Rose is very on the downslide. We already know that. Go out there, just try to set up the offense. He'll give you a flash here and there. What I'm starting to see late in his career, he's starting to shoot more than he ever did early in his career. And he's still throwing that clothesline jump shot out there like he actually going to make that. I mean, that jump shot is about this flat as a sheet of paper, and he keeps on shooting it. Put it down, man. Rip that sheet of paper up and just drive to the hole. Set your teammates up. Every time he shoots that jump shot, I think it's not going in. So I know he don't think it's going in. Gary Trent Jr. They working on a multi-year extension for him. Yep, rightfully so. Like I say, Toronto ain't got many pieces over there. They got to make sure they try to still fight a little bit. But they far, far away for anybody taking them real serious. And what about Harrison Barnes for the Kings? I almost thought he might could get away. But Kings was like, we building something. We building something. We came so close last season. Our young group, we in there battling, with the Golden State Warriors. Just ball swing here, a couple of shots there. We might have could have won the series. We don't know. But yeah, they want to keep their core group together. And they got a good coach, so they just going to get better and better and better. And I like the Sacramento Kings. They are fun to watch. And that Fox, man, whew, talk about a superstar in the making. He's going to be something special. And James Harden. The old Wile E. Coyote James Harden. Up to his old tricks again. Man is back on the move. And I'm glad he didn't come to Houston. And to be honest with you, I don't know what the talks was about with M.U. Doka, Tillman Fertitta, Raphael Stone. Pretty sure they talked about it. But I was feeling like this. If a guy forced his way out of my franchise before, I'm not bringing him back in. I'm sorry. I'm all about loyalty and stuff like that too. I don't care if he wanted to come back. I don't care if it was for not even the max contract he was looking for. It could have been anything. I don't want you here. You put us back in the lottery when you left. And you pouted. It was just the way he went about it, forcing himself out of Houston. I just didn't like that. They shouldn't have liked it either. I wouldn't even exercise for him coming back. No way. Wouldn't exercise the thought of it. So I'm glad he didn't come back. He didn't need to come back. All because you got that restaurant over here and you like the strip clubs don't mean, hey, we're just going to throw you back over here. It's not going to happen like that. So you're on the move again. Now you don't even want to be with the Sixers. So guys washed up, man. Like I say, he can facilitate. But I'm like, I forgot what the other guy said. But yeah, he's not even, forget number one player. He's not even a second player star. He need to be a third. If he's going to win a championship, he got to play third fiddle. They're going to have some major firepower on that basketball team if you're going to have a James Harden on it. I'm telling you that right now. Because you expected him to do anything to take you over the edge and over the hump, it's not going to happen. Got choked too many times. Nikola Vucevic, he was a guy that was, when I saw him sign, I was like, man, they go one down. Because that's all we was doing. As soon as I was ready to go, this free agency kicked off, we just said all our guys get knocked off that we was thinking that was coming to the Rockets. It's like one after one. Boom, 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 boom. It was like, oh, man, is it going to be anything left? They're leaving the scraps on the table. But I tell you what, at least we got one T-bone that was left. So we got to add to him and see what happens. Yeah, they left us one little piece of scrap. Let's see here, man. Unbelievable. Naj Reed. Yeah, he was talk a little bit. Got his 3-year, $45 million. Still got Horton Tucker out there. Picks up $11 million option with the Jazz. Oladipo for the Heat picks up $9.4 million option with the Heat. Oladipo, man, he just been having some bad luck over the years. Hell of a talent though. He can keep his legs underneath him. And we desperately could have used him in the finals, just on the playoff run in general. We'd have had him out there and Tyler Hero. Don't worry, I'm over here fantasizing and dreaming again. I know it's all over with. Okay? But I'm just saying, we'd had those guys out there to be a better chance of winning the championship. Just saying. But, things happen. It's part of the game. Rudy Gay. When I started seeing him come across the ticker, I'm thinking, Rudy Gay still playing? How old is Rudy Gay? I'm thinking, man, Rudy Gay still playing. Now, I can put some cloth around my knees real tight and go out there and just try to do a little movement and just, shoot up a three here and there, because at this stage, Rudy Gay ain't really running up and down that court. He's just kind of laboring around, trying to wait for an open swing until he can just shoot the ball. I mean, he's a veteran. He can bring the young guys along, but let's be serious here. Rudy Gay? My goodness. $6.4 million option with Hawks. Jazz acquired John Collins from the Hawks for the Rudy Gay. So, John Collins, he kind of been, man, in those playoffs last season, he's kind of taking a step back. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been actually, I think I talked about John Collins throughout that run this past season. He just wasn't showing up. He wasn't showing up at all. So I can see this. But yeah, I just don't know about that guy. I mean, he doesn't rebound. He's in like 4 or 5 rebounds a game. Then he's not aggressive offensively. So yeah, I mean, John Collins, he got a lot to do himself coming in this season. Just try to prove himself again. I mean, he used to be dunking on people, getting in the post, playing up and down, running the floor. I don't know what happened. But like I say, the Hawks, they had a crazy season, especially all that talk with Trae Young. So they probably had a lot of locker room stuff going on, and his head just wasn't in it. We already know about the Jordan Poole and the Chris Paul. Those are the first ones that was talked about. And the Porzingis. We already covered all of that in the Bradley Beal. So, yeah, man. It's going to be a lot more deals to be made. It is what it is. We got to get us another veteran. Got to get another veteran. Complete this roster. Because I'm thinking play-in tournament next year. That is our high hopes. And if we can get it, it will be fabulous. That's the upside I'm looking at. They keep talking about this phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Just get the play-in. Just get into the play-in tournament. Then we can phase out all these phases. Because coming in the season after that, then we're going to be phased, ready to go. But Fred VanVleet, man, I'm excited about that. Like I said, the price tag a little too high. But what can we do? We're not in position for free agents just want to say, hey, I want to go to Houston. That's the ticket. We want to win a championship. Let's go to Houston. No, you got to wave that carrot in front of their face. Say, here you go. You want this? Huh? We got to lead them down a tunnel into the dungeon and say, here, come get it. There you go. All right here. Rub him on his head, pat him on his back, tell him it's going to be all right, and see what we can work with. But other than that, we're not going to be landing no top guys that's used to winning trying to come to Houston. You're going to have to pay a heavy price for that, and that's what we did. I like Fred VanVleet, as long as he's still on his feet. Don't get no nicks and, stuff like that, kinks going on, and go out there, we'll be in good shape. But like I said, we need to add 1 or 2 more pieces, though. Got to be some veteran guys, and we'll be in good shape. So, yeah, we're going to end this. Goodymo Sports Quick Hits, free agency. We got our man and looking to get more. So, oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. The usual call to action. You also can check me on iHeartRadio now, Spotify for the podcast, and Buzzsprout. So check that out. Go subscribe. I think it's $4.99. You can subscribe over there on Buzzsprout, I believe, and Spotify. Yeah, because I'm going to be dropping some exclusive stuff. but only subscribers gonna be able to get a hold of. Might see me in another, element. Maybe I do a little more. We don't want to talk about it. We want to keep it clean, but be a little more inside action over there. We'll see. But this is Goodymo Sports Quick Hits, and we out of here. Thanks for y'all time. Enjoy y'all weekend. Free agency. We out of here. Peace.